A confluence of events over the past couple of years have accelerated the U.S. pricing structure to a point where inflation can no longer be ignored. The Fed has initiated a monetary tightening cycle to combat higher than target inflationary pressures on the U.S. economy. The Fed has indicated their goal is to engineer a soft landing, which means to rein in demand to a point where prices stop rising without reducing growth to a point where economic growth turns negative or recessionary. Historically, this has proved to be a difficult task. There have been 11 Fed tightening cycles identified since 1965. 8 of those have been followed by what would be defined as recessions. Although some of these recessions were mild in nature, the fact remains how difficult it is to tighten monetary policy without pushing economic growth to a negative reading. Probably the most unique component of the recent wave of inflation is due to supply chain issues. The persistent COVID challenges outside the U.S. and the war in Ukraine have contributed to an imbalance of supply and demand. These are special situations during this tightening cycle for which the Fed basically has no control over. Therefore, they are focused on reducing liquidity to slow demand. It should be noted that the U.S. economy has already realized 1/4 of economic contraction as Q1 GDP was minus 1.4%. Expectations are for Q2 GDP to rise 2.1%. However, should this data point miss the target and come in negative, then that would meet the definition of a recession.